Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into an incredibly pivotal moment in West African history. This isn't just about a historical event. It's about ideas, justice, and the desire for a better society. So, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's explore the rise of his movement. Imagine northern Nigeria in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. It was a land of diverse cultures and powerful house of kingdoms, but beneath the surface, things were not always as they should be. This is the world that Ousmane Dan Fodio observed, and what he saw deeply troubled him. He was a brilliant Islamic scholar, a teacher, and a visionary. But more than that, he was a man of principle who believed in genuine justice and piety. Ousmane Dan Fodio became increasingly concerned with the state of affairs under many of the Hausa rulers. He felt that the pure teachings of Islam, which had been present in the region for centuries, were being compromised. He saw a mixing of Islam with traditional practices, what he and his followers considered pagan customs. For him, this wasn't just a minor issue. It was a fundamental deviation from the path of true faith. He believed this mixing blurred the lines, weakening the moral fabric of society and obscuring the clear guidance Islam offered. But his concerns weren't just spiritual, they were deeply rooted in social justice. He witnessed firsthand the heavy burden placed upon the common people, especially the poor farmers. These rulers, he observed, were collecting exorbitant taxes, often exploiting those who could least afford it. Imagine working tirelessly on your land, only to have a significant portion of your hard-earned produce snatched away, leaving your family struggling to survive. This kind of systemic injustice fueled his desire for change. And if that wasn't enough, Ousmane Dan Fodio also condemned the widespread practice of injustice and slavery. He saw how power was abused, how people were denied their basic rights, and how human dignity was often disregarded. For a man deeply committed to the Islamic principles of equality and compassion, these were intolerable conditions. He believed that a society claiming to be Islamic must uphold justice for all, protect the vulnerable, and liberate the oppressed. So, what did he do? He didn't just complain from the sidelines. Ousmane Dan Fodio began to preach reform, loudly and clearly. His message was simple, yet profound. Return to pure Islam. He called for a strict adherence to Sharia, not as a rigid set of rules, but as a comprehensive framework for a just and equitable society. He spoke passionately about the importance of justice, arguing that rulers had a sacred duty to govern fairly and serve their people, not exploit them. And he emphasized equality, reminding everyone that in the eyes of God, all people are equal, irrespective of their social standing. His teachings resonated deeply with the common people, scholars, and even some members of the ruling class who shared his concerns. People flocked to hear him, drawn by his charisma, his knowledge, and the compelling vision of a society built on righteousness. His community, known as the Jama, grew rapidly, becoming a powerful intellectual and spiritual force. This growing influence, however, did not go unnoticed by the established powers. The ruler of Gober, Yunfa, one of the most powerful Hausa kingdoms, began to see Ousmane Dan Fodio as a threat to his authority. Yunfa had initially been one of Ousmane Dan Fodio's students, but their paths diverged sharply as the scholar's reformist message gained momentum. The tension mounted, a clash of ideologies and power brewing beneath the surface, and then in 1804, the inevitable happened. Conflict erupted between Ousmane Dan Fodio's community and the ruler of Gober. This wasn't a skirmish. It escalated into a full-blown jihad, a holy war. It's crucial to understand the nature of this jihad. Ousmane Dan Fodio explicitly stated that this was not a war of conquest driven by greed for land or power, nor was it about building a personal empire. Instead, he framed it as a defensive struggle, a necessary fight to protect his community, and more importantly, to realize his vision of reforming society. It was about establishing a truly just Islamic state, where the principles he championed could finally flourish. This pivotal moment marked the transition from a purely intellectual and spiritual movement to a political and military one. The goal was to dismantle the oppressive systems he had criticized and replace them with a governance founded on Sharia, justice, and equality. This was the true genesis of the Sokoto Caliphate, a monumental empire that would profoundly reshape West Africa for generations to come. Ousmane Fodio's story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the call for reform and justice can ignite movements that change the course of history. It's about standing up for what you believe is right, even against immense opposition. What are your thoughts on Ousmane Fodio's motivations and the rise of his movement? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's most compelling figures and events. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.